I thought this was a show about rare jerseys, Jen. What do we have here?
We have introducing math and numbers into a show about jerseys with statistics and averages, and I'm sure these are going to be really popular episodes.
But I've seen that Edmonton Oilers jersey everywhere. What do we have here? Why is this so rare?
This is a jersey that was worn for exactly one season, and we're going to talk about how to actually get one. Next on Ugly Thirds.
Makes it.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Freaking hate you.
Today's topic is 1 year Oiler jersey. Jersey. Anyways, rarity ratings. John and Shrems, take it away.
Rarity ratings.
Without sounding like me. Go.
But they look so much like the other jerseys.
Oh my! Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Okay. We look at we collect rare jerseys. That's really what we do. We are, there have been times where like I want everything of everything so that we can go through the history of these jerseys, and that was a fool's errand. But we all collect the rare. We want these rare ones that are interesting and special, and we wanted more time to talk about them because even in our top three, bottom three, we'd mentioned some of those, and people were like, "Oh, okay, let's talk more."
Yep.
So these are episodes dedicated to one very interesting rare jersey from sometime in the past. What makes this interesting and makes it an actual episode, not just let's talk about this, is we've developed a rating system. And if Jersey Cam could be so kind as to go through our categories. Bing. We go appearance. How does it look? Noticeability. Are you going to notice this jersey out in the crowd, especially at a game? The number kit.
Bling.
What the numbers of these look like. Bing. The rarity of this jersey, how easy it is to find. And the value to buy one of these right now. What should you expect to spend?
This one's going to be tough.
Well, and okay, so these are all out of 10. We're going to rank these with 10. The higher the number, the better in appearance, the better in value, the better in noticeability, etc. The higher score, the more rare and special this jersey is.
Correct.
They're both out. It's a 50-point scale. We are going to have our actual ratings, and then we are going to average them together for a proper score. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well, math teacher?
Yes, I was thinking of a separate video, but yes, I think that works.
Okay. Well, we should do something like this at the start of most of these, and I'm sure
Okay.
we'll get shorter as we go. So when the Oilers went from wearing...
Nice.
Yes, this is my Ethan Bear one. So when the Oilers went from wearing this, I mean, not this Adidas one, but this look, right, to this, when it came to the blue jerseys, there was no transition. It was straight from this, the original, to this, which, honestly, I have no problem with these. I think they're classy. You said they're classy enough for a dinner. So, like, I think it's a good look.
Yeah.
And I think between the Oilers and the Islanders, one team should have bright orange and royal blue, and the other should have navy and a more muted look, or navy versus royal. Each team should own one.
It's a fair request.
That's what I feel should happen. And I felt of the two teams, this looks really good.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. And the red, which I know is well hated, I think it worked well.
Think about how Buffalo went from a classic look to the goat heads. This is a less abrasive transition. This is a little bit of change in the blue, and you swap.
And
out
if
the
they were better
orange.
than in these, maybe if they won that cup in 2008, these would be much more loved.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and so people generally malign this. Whereas this is like we want nothing but this, even though I think there's a lot going on in it.
This is dynasty level.
Right, and that's it. I think right. Nostalgia totally clouds that, but yeah, I digress. In the first year they switched from the bright to the muted. Now, these blue jerseys is exactly no transition, but the white jersey, for 1 year, they included shoulders. For 1 year, they included shoulders like the originals, because they must have felt that this was too white without it. And after that, all the way through until the Reebok era, they wore these white jerseys with everything the same except for these shoulders. And so these were 1 year jerseys that were not well liked, clearly not well liked that they kept them around. They shunned them, never mentioned it again. You will see it in almost nothing. If it wasn't for NHL uniforms, you'd probably never know this existed.
So we're talking mid-90s.
This is 96, 97.
96, 97.
For 96, 97, they wore this jersey.
So we're just getting into jersey collecting at that point.
Yes.
The popularity of this team at that point in time, it's not what it was with Gretzky.
No, absolutely not.
Gretzky's in LA. He's on his way to St. Louis and then New York and then retirement at this point.
Is even Messier in Vancouver at this point? Or New York? New York.
94 was when Messier won the Cup.
Right. Yeah, I think he might have been in Vancouver.
He might have moved on at that point. Yeah. So this already, nobody's collecting at this point like we are today.
No.
If you're buying a jersey at that point in time, you're either buying it from a catalog or you're buying it at the team store.
Right.
So these in and of itself in 2024, you're not going to find them.
No.
But you have to know what you're looking for.
And that's yes, absolutely. Because I think most of these just go by the wayside that you didn't even know. In fact, so I found this and the shoulder patches had been torn off. And so I bought a youth jersey and removed the shoulder patches using an iron and then stitched these on. And I probably could have done a better job stitching it, if I'm being honest.
But still.
So, like, even I couldn't find this for real in good condition.
Yeah.
And I have noticed that these shoulders, the elastic of these has not survived the test of time very well. Phil, if you want to zoom in right here, every jersey ever, it'd be a straight line across, right? Because this is just under tension. Notice that gap. And so when you wear this thing, these shoulder stripes work like a cinch sack. Like, look at how it's pulling.
It's pulling. You're right.
It's like the string inside a hefty bag to tie it off at the top. And so it's extremely awkward to wear.
So in context of this jersey's existence, in a time when people aren't collecting or have easy access to buy overstock jerseys like they can today, you're looking for an element of this jersey that most people don't look at to begin with.
Correct.
Do we have a picture of the original, like from this to what it went to after that point in time?
It is just this without shoulders. It is the exact same. Like if I were to just cover this up, it is the exact same jersey. It's that, but in pure swap to white.
Yeah.
So that blue to pure swap to white.
So the yolks are gone.
Yolks are gone.
Oregon Trail, we've lost them.
Yes.
Okay.
Along with our oxen.
We have to figure out now how to rank this, because this is very different than that St. Pat's jersey that we did. So appearance.
So look, I think personally think this is a better look than just the white. You could argue that the one that succeeds this is cleaner.
Yes.
But I am not the biggest, I think like most people, I think white jerseys get stained. There's white jerseys that have issues. I love that, the continuity to this, that they had the shoulders. I think it's an improvement overall. I don't think it's special, but I think it's an improvement. And I'm going to put it at a 7 because it's better than what preceded it.
I like the texture of it. But I think overall the appearance, to me, it's boring. Like I am very much in that camp of their best look at this point was behind them. And maybe I'm clouded by the fact that they are a dynasty in those other jerseys.
I think most people are.
These are they're fine. They're fine.
They're fine. Noticeability. When we were in Edmonton, someone was wearing this. And I remember pointing to the guy who was wearing a very ill-fitting jersey. That guy's wearing the rarest jersey in the building. And you looked at me and go, what are you talking about? And so I mentioned that this existed, that I knew of it in my unbelievable jersey knowledge of nothing that matters.
Yep.
And the fact that that guy was completely unnoticed, I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah.
I noticed it. It's not like, there's just a patch that's different. This is, in fact, a different jersey, but you're never going to notice it.
You and I are of the same thought process here. I don't feel as though anything about this stands out, and people could have this and not realize what they have.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's in the time period where people aren't collecting or looking at things like we are today.
Mm-hmm.
So they are just getting a jersey to get a jersey. This is probably sitting in a trunk or some guy's closet right now.
No idea.
Dust. No idea.
No
that
idea.
It was a one-time thing.
Now, this is not customized. And because of its condition, I don't know that it ever will be customized.
Would you like to use mine as a customization? I don't think the customization switched unless you got one.
No, well, I mean, I have the blue one.
Oh, let's do that.
Which means you don't have to take it off. Good old Eric Brewer. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same white one. So this was navy, and then they had the orange and red, I believe. Could be white then red. It's nothing special. It does not change. And so I'm going to put this number kit. I'm looking at a 3. Okay.
It gives it some context. Not no, that's what I'm trying to. Some texture is the word I'm looking for. Gives you some texture. It's a good color scheme on the number kit.
Yeah.
It could have been plain. It could have been.
It's fine. It does its job. It does its job well.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Now here, the rarity. It's one of those like good luck finding it.
You have to know what you're looking
You
for.
have to know what you're looking for.
This is where I struggle because these things could be out there, but I'm not in the market for an Edmonton jersey enough.
I looked for one of these for a good while, and when I saw it, I remember the whole panicky of like, do you think I could pull off patches to do this?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, can I find a youth jersey? I actually had to. I asked the guy with a youth jersey. I had a youth jersey for like $10. Can you measure the shoulder patches? And sure enough, it matched the ghosting on this, and I'm like, done, sold.
Boom.
And so I figured out how to remove them. Honestly, this is going to be a very high scoring one for me. I think it's a perfect 10. You're not going to find one. You look, go ahead. You're not going to, and they might just be sitting in closets. But it was 1 year in a time when jerseys did not sell well. People were not collecting as they are, and it's not different enough for everyone to actually notice it.
And it's not a look that collectors, especially Edmonton fans, are clamoring to have back in there. So I'm going to go a little bit less. If I were to go on there right now on eBay or something like that, I would imagine there would be something there, and I might do that after we're done, just out of curiosity. I see that 10 though. I was like, yeah, it's no. I'm gonna go up one.
You're gonna screw up Phil's spreadsheet.
I'm gonna go up one.
And then now value is where I actually struggle. I did see one of these. It was customized. It was a Curtis Joseph. That's a fun one. He wanted $250, and no one sniffed at it. So it's rare, but rare does not equal value.
Right.
Because you want demand, right? Supply is low, but demand is very low.
So my thought process here is that people have no idea how rare this thing is. You could get this, in my opinion, from the right person at the right time for under $100.
Yeah, you could. You could if you have a seller who doesn't know what they're doing, or you just get lucky like I did with that St. Patch jersey, right? You can get lucky on this. This I think was 60, but again, it was missing the shoulder patch.
Right.
And I imagine I would hope other ones have a better condition of these stripes.
But all in with your shoulder patch replacement and everything, what, did you spend like $100 on it?
About.
Yeah.
I figure if you have one of if one of these is online and they don't know, even if they don't know, they're going to say, look at this 80s, 90s jersey, and they're going to want jersey prices, and people usually say that's about 125. So, which puts us at a 2 for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Something that I didn't mention before that I think validates me going up to a 9. It's a white jersey.
Well, far fewer of those too. Far fewer, and that's probably and even with white and home at the time, it didn't matter.
Yeah, it's this one kind of breaks the scale. Like, it's incredibly rare, but if you are patient enough with it, you can get it at a good price.
These two need to be different rankings, different columns for a jersey like this.
Yeah,
because demand and supply are two different things.
Yep.
So low supply but low demand gives you a low price.
Bill, what's our number?
Were you gonna take us?
We got to be in like the about 17.
I was gonna say 19 and a half.
20.
20.
Yeah.
20 for this jersey, which honestly is higher than it probably should be, but it is. It's stupid rare. Good luck finding one.
Yeah, it's for the collecting community.
Yes.
I think this is gonna appeal to a very, very niche group of people.
Yes.
Someone who wants Edmonton, someone who is collecting through the years, trying to reach that start to finish goal with the Oilers, or someone like us who
just loves a rare jersey.
Sure.
So that wraps it up for our rating rarities. A 20 overall for this jersey, with 26.5 for the St. Pat's, and we'll eventually have a slide with all of them as we keep going far enough. First off, in the comments, let us know, do you like this format? What can we do to change? What would you like to see? Any jerseys you'd like to see? And then, do you have one? Did you know this exists? Do you see these anywhere?
Check your collection. Maybe you have one.
Did you learn anything? So with that, he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notifications when we have new videos posted. And tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
That guy's wearing the rarest jersey in the building. What?